to have with us clinical nutrition investigator from Nutrilite Health Institute, Buena Park, California. She is here to tell us more about the need of nutrients, phytonutrient supplements, and double X. As a nutrition investigator, Klossner works to ensure the essential nutrients contained in Nutrilite supplements that are levels to support optimal health. She also conducts research from substantiation. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let us give Amway Philippines a warm of applause to Nutrilite expert speaker for tonight, Ms. Ali Klossner.
With you all. I've had only a short time here in Manila, but so far I can tell it's really an amazing place. I've got to try some interesting food while I'm here, and I have to say that everyone I've met is just so warm and welcoming, so I'm just really excited that I got to come here and to speak with you all tonight. Before we get started, we have a very exciting topic to speak about tonight. We're going to talk about phytonutrients and double X, which is really the heart of Nutrilite. But before we jump into that, I would like to share a little bit about where I work. As you've heard, I'm from the Nutrilite Health Institute, which is based in sunny Buena Park, California. Here's a picture of it. And there I am a nutrition investigator. So that means that I work to understand the biological mechanisms behind the ingredients we put into our product. I would also like to share some of the backgrounds of the other scientists I work with. We have concentrate development specialists who have a strong background in agricultural science. We also have formulators and engineers, and these are the scientists who help to bring the science to life and create products and ensure the quality throughout the entire formulation and processing. I think my mic is a little weird. It's okay? You can all hear me? Okay, great. Just let me know if it's too loud or quiet. Okay, so I really enjoy working at Nutrilite because when I'm there, I not only get to share my passion for science with my colleagues, but I also get to share my passion for a healthy lifestyle. And everyone there really believes in living healthfully and achieving optimal health. In addition to obviously taking double X together, many of us work out together after work. We do yoga at lunch together, and it's really just like a nice family. And it's nice to go to a place where you feel like it's more than a job. It's really a lifestyle and passion. So cheesy as it may sound, the philosophy of Nutrilite is alive and well in our scientists as well. So with that being said, today we're going to discuss some very important topics, which are nutrients. And we all know that nutrients are important for our health. We've heard about vitamins and minerals and even phytonutrients. But we're going to talk about how at Nutrilite we work to incorporate these very important nutrients into our supplements and help to fill the dietary gap that exists worldwide. So, the need for nutrients. The WHO and the FAO have issued a joint recommendation for how many fruits and vegetables each individual should eat. And they recommend that people should try to eat 5 to 9 servings, or roughly 400 grams of fruits and vegetables every day. Now, while this sounds like a really good idea, many of us are unable to do this on a daily basis. There's many reasons why we can't get this amount of fruits and vegetables every day, from availability to if you're traveling, for example, and you don't have complete control over every meal you have. So this can be very difficult to achieve every day. So at Nutrilite, we were curious to see how many people were actually achieving this WHO recommendation of fruits and vegetables every day. We're going a little fast here. So we sponsored some research in order to understand what this looked like globally. And this is published in the British Journal of Nutrition last year as the Global Phytonutrient Report. And from this, we found that worldwide, roughly 75% of people were not achieving the WHO recommended intake of fruits and vegetables. That's a really big proportion of individuals worldwide. And what's more is that the majority of these people would have to at least double their intake of fruits and vegetables in order to even get close to this WHO recommendation. So we know that a large global dietary gap exists. And I think I have some Philippines-specific data to share with you. This is from the fMRI here, and it's looking at fruit and vegetable consumption from 1978 to 2008. And you can see that there is a significant downward trend of the amounts of fruits and vegetables that are consumed. This is pretty surprising. I think what it has to do with, it could be due to many different factors, but it could be due to a lifestyle shift of maybe eating out more, going for quicker foods, fast food, processed food. These little lifestyle changes can make a large impact on the amounts of fruits and vegetables consumed. So as you can see, data here from the Philippines also supports what was found in the Global Phytonutrient Report, that the majority of people are not getting enough fruits and vegetables. So the next question is, why does this matter? If we don't get fruits and vegetables, or don't get enough fruits and vegetables, how does this affect us? And there are a couple different reasons for this, and it all goes back to nutrients. So there are different types of nutrients. There are macronutrients, micronutrients, and phytonutrients. We'll talk about each of these in a little bit more detail. So micronutrients are macronutrients. So macronutrients are the larger molecules that you get from the food you eat. These are proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. And what your body does is it breaks these molecules down and uses them for energy as well as for tissue development and repair. So that's kind of the calories you take in each day. That's a bit easier to visualize. What we don't think about as often is micronutrients. So micronutrients are essential nutrients that either your body can produce in very small amounts that aren't adequate for health, or that your body doesn't produce at all, and therefore needs to obtain them from the diet. And fruits and vegetables are very rich in many essential micronutrients. So that's one reason why they are such a key part for a healthy diet. So let's talk about micronutrients. One of the key micronutrients you hear a lot about in nutritional science is vitamins. So what vitamins are organic compounds that are naturally produced in fruits and vegetables. And we need them for maintaining normal body function. So we gain our vitamins from our fruits and vegetables. And here's a list of some of the essential vitamins that we get. And each of these has its own unique biological function. So we can go through some of these as an example. Vitamin A. We all know that vitamin A is good for our eyes, right? So how it's good for our eyes is actually a pretty interesting story. One of the forms of vitamin A is called retinol, and that actually plays a key structural role in the photoreceptor cells in your eye. So do we all know how vision works? Yeah? Okay. Everything you're seeing is reflecting light, different colored light reflecting off of all the objects you see. And that light filters into your eye and hits those specialized cells along the retina. And when the light hits those cells, it causes your cells to send a signal to your brain, which processes vision. And that's everything you see all the time. It goes through this process. So what retinol does in these photoreceptor cells, the nature of the molecule allows it to be changed when it's hit by light. So light hits retinol, and it causes a conformational switch, which triggers the signaling to your brain. So that's how vitamin A supports your vision. It's actually essential for the processing of vision. It's just something that I think is a little bit interesting story for vitamin A. B vitamins, these are needed for a healthy nervous system, and they're also needed as coenzymes for metabolism of carbohydrates, so breaking down those macronutrients for energy. Vitamin C is famously needed for a healthy immune system. Another lesser known function is with connective tissue. It's essential for maintaining your connective tissue. Vitamin D is an interesting one. Vitamin D is actually a pro-hormone, so that means it has regulatory functions within your body, and it's very well known for supporting strong bones. And the way it does this is it helps with calcium and phosphate levels within your blood, and it helps to absorb these into the body. And finally, vitamin E, which is a powerful antioxidant, has been known for its role in heart function. So, not to exhaust the vitamins, but the goal here is just to show that there's many different vitamins that your body needs, and they can provide many different biological functions. So, there are also minerals. And minerals are different from vitamins in that they are inorganic elements. So, while vitamins are able to be produced by plants, plants actually need to obtain minerals from the soil and from the water. And we obtain them from the plants we eat. So here's a list of some of the essential minerals we need in our diet. And like vitamins, these minerals each have a key biological function that they can play. So, for example, we talked about calcium working with vitamin D. So vitamin D helps to regulate the calcium in your blood, which helps with bone mineralization to ensure your bones stay strong. One of the lesser known functions for calcium is actually in muscle contraction. When your body, when your brain signals your muscles to contract, it releases calcium from some calcium stores that exist in your muscles. And calcium then binds to one of the proteins on your muscles that causes it to change shape. And this is how all of your muscle movements work, thanks to calcium. Iodine is a component in thyroid hormones, so it's an essential part of normal thyroid function, which helps with many different body functions, including metabolism. Selenium is needed to maintain a healthy immune system. And zinc is needed for a healthy immune system, as well as protein synthesis. So here are just some examples of the way that minerals can function in your body. So I'm sure you've heard some of that before, because vitamins and minerals are widely spoken about for nutritional science. But one thing that hasn't been getting as much recognition until now is phytonutrients. So what are phytonutrients? Phytonutrients are the protective substances that are often the source of color in plants. And these organic substances have evolved over time to give plants different health benefits. Plants exist in many different environmental conditions and are therefore subject to harsh stressors from the environment, like excess sunshine or heat, or any of these things that when humans experience them, they can kind of just move, but plants are grounded. So evolutionarily, they had to come up with different mechanisms for protecting their cells from the environment. That's where phytonutrients come in. Phytonutrients are these protective substances. And there's a growing body of research to suggest that when humans consume plants with phytonutrients, there are many different health benefits that these phytonutrients can support. And it's important to understand that phytonutrients exist in many different types of plants. So we typically think of fruits and vegetables, but phytonutrients can also be found in nuts, peas, and legumes, and grains as well. And as I mentioned, phytonutrients are often pigment molecules. So this means they're molecules that can absorb light and therefore reflect a different color. So they're often the source of the color in our fruits and vegetables. So when we talk about getting a wide variety and quantity of phytonutrients, we can talk about eating a rainbow of color. So ensuring that you eat many different colors of fruits and vegetables. And phytonutrients have been researched for several different health functions, and there's research to suggest they may support health functions such as eye, joint and bone, heart, immune, and brain health. And so here we've organized it so you can see some of the phytonutrients that exist in these different color categories, have been known to support these health functions. One thing I would like to point out, though, is that if you eat fruits and vegetables from, for example, the purple category, it doesn't mean you're only going to get brain support. There's many different phytonutrients that exist in this color category, and you may also get phytonutrients that support your heart or your eyes. It's just a good way of visualizing that variety is key. And not just quantity, but also variety for supporting many different biological functions. So we can go into some of these in a bit more detail now. In the purple group, one of the key phytonutrient categories we talk about is anthocyanins. And this family of phytonutrients belongs to the phenols. So they're well known for being strong antioxidants. There's over 200 types, and they can be found in bluish purple fruits and vegetables such as grapes and cranberries and blueberries and even eggplant. Another one you may recognize from this group is resveratrol. So this one is well known for being from grape extract, and it's also a powerful antioxidant. All right, so in the yellow-orange category, we have several different phytonutrients. One we like to highlight is hesperidin. Hesperidin can be found in citrus fruits such as lemons, oranges, and grapefruit, and it's been known to support healthy veins and a healthy circulatory system. Some other phytonutrients I would like to point out from this group include alpha and beta carotene, and these can be found in fruits and vegetables like squash, pumpkin, and carrots. And the interesting thing about these phytonutrients is that they have provitamin A activity. So you remember how we talked about the role of vitamin A in vision, and we illustrated how it's really key for your vision? These phytonutrients ensure that your body always has enough vitamin A in order for that essential role of vision. So just as your body needs it, it can cleave the molecule of these beta carotene and alpha carotene molecules, and then it turns it into provitamin A.